And now, the next president of the United States, Miss Hilda Lipton. Cut. Hello, and welcome to the review of my own movie, Dark Secrets. I'm going to show you how exactly I did this movie. So get ready, action. To make my movie Dark Secrets, I had to think about a lot of important things. And one of those important things was my very limited budget to make this movie. So I had to actually envision every single scene, every single detail to know exactly what to buy, like good painting, some products, wigs for the actors, and some really expensive lights. But I think it came out perfect the way I wanted, and I'll show you some of those products and how I use them. All right, guys, by now you must be thinking that, wow, with a great studio, it must be easy to make a movie, but actually, let me show you my studio. Welcome. My garage. All right, guys, as you can see, this is my studio that is nothing more than my 11 by 19 one-car garage that I just kind of converted into a studio. So this proved that really you don't need much, or you just need a little bit of imagination. And starting with that, to do my intro for my movie Dark Secrets, what I did is I downloaded some templates from envato.com, I believe it's called. And then I just printed some map from Google Earth from Washington, D.C. I made up some stuff, got something from the internet that says Russian government, stuck it to the wall, and I just got my camera and just kind of wiggled it around, just all go like in different places. And then I got my fake $100 bills that I ordered online, and I don't know if you can see it. It says for motion picture purposes. So there's $10,000 for movie money. So what I did, I just got very close in the camera and I just flip it like this. So if you see my intro, you see that motion of the money. And then I just got a fan down here and just start flicking all the money to hit the papers and the wall. And I just got all that in slow motion. And I just added to those templates and, you know, just add some very dramatic music. And that's how I made my intro. So now let's go to the scene of Hilda Lipton when she went to the theater full of 10,000 people. All right, we're here at the theater with 10,000 people waiting for Hilda Lipton to show up. So, like I said, this was the set, but let me just kind of zoom out so you guys actually will see what it is. Bring it all the way back there. And you can see, it's in my garage, and I just put a piece of rope and the rails with the door, you know, comes up. I just got this curtains from my wife and American flag, scarf or something like that, just put it there and that was it. And so Hilda Lipton was here, so when she came out, then I had some lights back here. You can see the lights back here, and down as also has some lights. So when she came out, so at least you had that like it was a reflector. on her. And just to get the blackness, I would say, in the back, so I just use my my reflector and use the dark part and just put it back here, because with all these lights, it would show the rest of what is in the background of my garage. So I just put it back here, and when you close everything, all you can see is that black part over there. So that was a neat, pretty trick. So pretty much that was it for that scene. In this scene over here, you guys see me playing the character Scar, sitting on the driver's side of my truck. For this scene, I placed the camera outside the truck. I opened the back rear passenger door, and I placed the camera there slightly tilted up, just kind of focusing on my face, because I wanted the audience to relate the nickname Scar to the character. That's why they call them Scar. For this scene, I just wanted some light to just illuminate his face. So I put a light on the floor, and I put like a red film on front of it just to give me that reddish color on his face. But I didn't want anything else. I just the audience to concentrate just on his face and his car. In this scene also was nobody else there. It was just me. So I just kind of pretended the informant was there. So in post, I added his voice and the door opening, the door closing, and everything else. So you see that I got the money, I toss it to the informant. Really, I just toss it to the passenger seat, and I just grabbed some papers that were there, pretending that they were handed to me by the informant. So that's how I did that scene. Okay, and for this scene where I'm just gonna light the cigarette, it's a very simple scene, but it took me weeks to actually think about it, just thinking about this few seconds that I wanted for this scene, how to plan it and everything. So pretty much you can see now the picture that really the process was kind of simple. So I just grabbed a hose and I just tape it to one of my microphone poles and just let it kind of rain down on the passenger side windshield to pretend that it was raining, just doing a close-up. So same thing from inside the car. It was just the hose. It wasn't raining that day. And I turned all the lights off. Everything was completely black. So just to allow that light, when I was lighting the cigarette, I just wanted that to illuminate my face, just to give that punch to that scene that I think is being the favorite of almost, I think, everybody. So it came out a lot better than I thought, and I was really, really pleased with that scene. In movies, everything is an illusion. As you can see, I'm here at the same office where I reveal the name of Frank MacArthur in the last scene of my movie, and also the same office where I filmed Tony Ramos, the newspaper guy. All right. And talking about that character, of which I performed, you can see he's holding a cigar while he's dialing the phone. I don't smoke, so I actually had to watch a lot of videos of people holding a cigar to actually do it properly believable. And so I had to make myself feel comfortable holding a cigar to make that scene. Also, the phone that Tony Ramos used to call the FBI agent, as you can see, is not even connected. I actually don't believe the phone works. So I add the sounds in post. So another proof that everything is an illusion. All right, in this scene over here, you guys see me again playing Scar while driving the truck and listening to the bad news on the radio. You can see here that I use some lights on the floor, but in this case, it was more like a whitish kind of light, because I just didn't want the light to concentrate on the face, but also halfway the body, and a more kind of relaxing scene that turned then very, very stressful. In this scene, you can see the scar very clearly. I did the voiceover of the announcer on the radio too, just tweak it a little bit in post. And I placed the camera on the passenger seat to be able to drive and actually make a U-turn. I had to actually get like a bunch of ropes and really tie it up pretty tight in one place to avoid the camera to be shaking while I was driving. So I think it came out pretty good too. Okay, in this scene over here, you guys see the character Ryan, played by Johnny Reeves, when he's rushing down the stairs, and then he actually fell. Now look at the picture of the behind the scenes where you could see that I actually got my daughter's mattress and just put it at the bottom of the stairs. So he would throw himself to the floor, but obviously landed on the mattress. But I wanted to make it like very realistic that he actually fell, not just pretending. So I think also it came out pretty good. All right, guys. Here I am in another section of my studio. Okay, this is the area where I film most of the scenes with the character Ryan. Over here on the right, we have the desk with the computer that we smashed to pieces. Right here in front, it was, after we smashed it, that I pour acid, that it was nothing more than water. I just printed the labels as acid, and I used my smoke machine to simulate like the computers were smoking due to the acid. So that was it for that scene. I got a lot of really good shots on slow motion destroying the computers, but I didn't want the movie to actually go over 8 minutes, so I have to kind of let them go. All right, in this scenes over here of the fights, while Carr is beating up Ryan, we had so much fun doing the scenes. I just really don't know how we got it together, because we laughed so much doing the scenes, and obviously it was a little bit of work because we had to coordinate the punches with his face turning, and obviously in post had to add the sounds. But at the end, I think it came out really good, and it's really believable of the punches. So it was great. One of my favorite scenes, because the character of Hilda that was played by my wife Adriana, and I discovered that in filmmaking you actually never know how things are gonna come out, because she was playing Hilda, that is a really mean lady, but my wife actually was pretty upset with me in that scene, because we got it done about 12:30 at night. She was tired the whole day working. She didn't want to do it, and she was in such a bad mood that I think it played perfectly with the character. And you guys can see when she threw the money, that was for real. She really didn't want to do it, so it came out great. Obviously, she made me promise her a pretty good gift, so it cost me a lot of money to make that scene, but I think it was fantastic to end the movie. For this final take, I had to give her a lot of thought, because I had something to reveal, the mystery, the whole plot last take. So I had to really think about how to finish this movie, and it wasn't easy at all, because obviously there's no actors involved. It's just the take. So I did an extreme close-up in some items on my own desk, and just roll the camera very slowly. There's a little bit of picture, passport, and the keyboard to kind of stop the computer where the email app is. But it wasn't easy, because I had to coordinate with my wife, so she would send me an email, because I actually wanted a real email to come through. But it was kind of hard, because I had to coordinate all the way from starting that scene, kind of pausing over there, wait for the email, and then keep rolling, because I never stopped. It was no cuts over there, so I had to keep rolling to end the movie, and obviously had to coordinate the music, so I will have the music kind of dying a second or two before the email came in, and then restarting again right after the email, and then a full blown out zoom out of the computer revealing the name of Frank MacArthur, director of the Department of Justice, meaning that he got the email from Ryan before he got killed by Scar with the documents about the crooked Hilda Lipton. But I think it came out pretty good. Okay, this picture over here that I used for my ending credits is fantastic, I believe, because the picture pretty much represents what the entire movie is about. You could see there the dark part and then the lights. That you have to go down to a basement. Something's going on in the basement, and I wanted to reflect that you have to be a kind of really dark person to go downstairs and then do all the crooked stuff. So how I did that, I just obviously placed the camera on top of the stairs looking down, and I just got one of my projectors. It's like 1,000 watts, and I just put it almost out in the street because that door actually leads to my garage. So I just opened the garage door and placed my projectors pointing at that door without any other reflection. I just wanted to illuminate the door and part of the wall, kind of meaning that something's going on in that basement. Then everything was black. I hope you guys really liked it, not only the picture but the movie. So give me some reviews, and I'll be looking forward to see your comments.